Moving on to the economic crisis that is underway in Sri Lanka, which is now continuing to reel under an overwhelming financial crisis. On Wednesday, the country's economic crisis took a political turn of sorts. Sri Lanka's Agricultural Ministry's secretary was replaced after he made a controversial statement about what the country should do in case there is a food shortage. Let's first listen in to what he said.
So in the event of a food shortage, we must look at the possibility of food exchanges or even quick measures to obtain food from other countries, just like how they give us money on loan. People might think why we should go to that extent, but let's solve the issue at hand first.
Professor JAYASINGHE was replaced by DMLD, who now becomes the fifth person to hold the chair of the Secretary of the Agriculture Ministry in the last 2 years. Inflation has now hit a record high in the South Asian nation. On Wednesday, in fact, the government announced that Sri Lanka's inflation hit a record 11.1% in November. While warning that the crisis could prompt further food rationing, the official data released on Wednesday showed prices soaring at their fastest rate since the National Consumer Price Index was launched in 2015. The figures reveal now that food prices have shot up 17% in the last 1 year. In view of the worsening crisis, the government had already imposed drastic and desperate measures to control the situation. For the last 1 month, supermarkets in Sri Lanka have been rationing milk powder, sugar, lentils and other essential commodities as commercial banks ran out of dollars to pay for imports. Let's now cut across to our correspondent Dasni Athora, who earlier sent us this report coming in from Colombo. Have a look.
Just hours before his removal as the Secretary to the Ministry of Agriculture, Professor UDITH JAYASINGHE was seen speaking to the media saying that in the event of a food shortage in Sri Lanka, those who are young as well as the sick and the elderly along with pregnant mothers should be provided food on a priority basis as opposed to the young and healthy in Sri Lanka. Now, this comes at a time where much talk is being said about a possible food shortage in the country in the coming year, along with a worsening forex crisis in the country. Reporting for WION World is One from Colombo, I'm Dasani Athora.
WION World is One is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.